First, let's talk about some things to consider as you prepare to utilize the Thrive assessment. The time it takes to finish the entire assessment can vary between 2 to 4 hours, depending on how familiar you are with the questions. It is also vital that you provide honest information, as accuracy is much more important than high scores. You must first know the real needs before you can work on improvements over time. For example, if you state that your home is doing better than it actually is, you could miss out on identifying areas where improvement is truly needed. Conversely, if you state that your home is doing worse than it is, the quality work and care you are providing to children will not be accurately reflected. Now, let's introduce the scale and ratings for the Thrive assessment. The assessment is broken down into multiple sections, which you now know are based on the rights of the child, established by the United Nations. Each section consists of various questions that you will answer. You will provide a score of 0 to 4 for each question. Sections are then scored separately, so you can easily identify the areas that need the most attention in your home. Here is an overview of what each rating means. 0 means does not exist, never happens, no. 1 means applies to less than half of children or circumstances. 2 means applies to half of the children or circumstances. 3 means there are a few reasonable exceptions, and 4 means fully functional on a consistent basis, 100% of kids, yes. Let's take a brief look at the assessment and see this rating system in practice. Look here in the section titled Right to Nutrition. It says, do children eat enough food each day to support growth? If children never received food, the answer would be 0. If children receive enough food less than half the time, the answer would be a 1. If children receive enough food about half of the time, the answer should be 2. If children usually receive enough food, the answer would be a 3. A score of 4 would mean children always receive enough food each day to support growth. After all of the questions have been answered within a section, a score of 0 to 10 is calculated and a rating level is assigned for that section. If the score for a section is between 8.5 and 10, the home is thriving in that area. A score of 6.5 to 8.4 indicates they are sustaining, while a 5 to 6.4 means they are surviving. A section with an overall score below 5 is considered failing. While that might sound harsh, failing does not mean hopeless. Rather, failing simply means the home has identified an area where there is a significant opportunity for improvement. Now let's consider some exceptions that may come up during the Thrive assessment. Sometimes a question might not be applicable to your home and does not require a score. For example, if a question asks about children age 7 and older, but your home only serves toddlers and infants, you would simply select Not applicable for that question. Questions marked as not applicable are not calculated in the overall score of the assessment. Additionally, as you are reviewing the assessment, take note of questions that do not make sense culturally or within your government's laws. The cultural appropriateness of the assessment is vital, so if a question does not feel culturally appropriate to your home, you may also mark Not applicable. If you require any additional assistance or have questions, please feel free to contact us at programs@org. Thank you for joining us in elevating how the world cares for orphans and vulnerable children.